Joe, over the years, we have had some great Ultimate Fighters. 7 Ultimate Fighter winners have won or fought for UFC titles. 3 have been champions: Rashad Evans, Forrest Griffin, and Matt Serra. Now, Kelvin Gastelum is set to fight Court McGee. That will be the 9th time Ultimate Fighter winners have fought. In the first 2, Diego Sanchez and Forrest Griffin. Of course, Diego on the card in Houston at UFC 166.
Yeah, the Ultimate Fighter has been just an amazing avenue for talented fighters to get into the octagon and show what they're capable of. We've just seen so many great fighters come out of that show, and it's just been such an entertaining program to watch these guys develop and become, you know, something different. We see them enter into the house as relative unknowns and inexperienced, and we just see them grow inside the house and outside. I mean, it's just really been an amazing vehicle.
And a great start to this season, Team Rousey versus Team Tate. This is UFC 165. Jones versus Gustafsson, presented by Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, in stores October 29th. Also coming on PlayStation 4 system and Xbox One. Former Ultimate Fighter teammates collide as Matt Mitrione and Brendan Schaub both enter the octagon in search of a highlight reel knockout. As members of Rashad Evans' team on Season 10 of The Ultimate Fighter, Matt Mitrione and Brendan Schaub were training partners for 6 weeks. Tonight, they put their friendship aside for 15 minutes or less.
Brendan and I are friends, but I have no reservations about punching him in his face. It's what I do. It's what I get paid to do. If he chooses to stand up, we'll have his 4th loss by knockout. And if we go to the ground, we're going to see what he can do.
I'm a very explosive fighter. I look for the finish. If you want to go to the ground, great, let's go to the ground. You want to keep on the feet, we can do that too. I'm pretty fancy there. So wherever the fight goes, I'm comfortable.
After suffering the first 2 losses of his career, Matt Mitrione returned to the win column in a big way with a 19-second knockout of Phil DeFries. And now, he'll look to give the same treatment to Brendan Schaub.
I'm going to punch Brendan in his face. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch him and kick him and see if he can stop it. Then I'm going to sprawl on his takedowns, and I'll probably punch him into oblivion when he's on the ground.
A finalist on Season 10 of The Ultimate Fighter, Brendan Schaub showed off his ground game in his recent win over LeVar Johnson. But at his core, the hybrid is a striker. And against Mitrione, he'll be looking for his 4th UFC knockout win.
You know, I've fought the who's who in the sport, and I've passed those tough veteran tests, and he hasn't. And beating Matt Mitrione is my next step towards a title shot. We got a ways to go, but a convinced win over Matt puts me, you know, in the right direction.
Mitrione enters into the octagon with excellent choice, walk-in music. Mitrione is a serious athlete, former NFL football player, and we've seen that athleticism inside the octagon. In fact, both of these guys play professional football. Mitrione has real good footwork, has developed some excellent boxing technique as well, training now with the Black Zillions under the tutelage of Henry Hoost, the great striking coach from Holland. And he feels that his striking will be the key to victory in this fight. He's very heavy-handed, and he's coming off a big victory over Phil DeFries, where he stopped him 19 seconds into the first round. When he is at his best, he is a very, very impressive athlete. And he can move deceptively well for a big man. When you're talking about a guy who's 260-plus pounds, Matt Mitrione's got some hustle.
Every one of his professional fights have taken place in the octagon. That's 4 years, yeah, since season 10. The heavyweights of The Ultimate Fighter.
You want to talk about diving into the deep water.
Yeah, man. Matt Mitrione. Mitrione and Brendan Schaub had the same strength and conditioning coach when they were working their way to the National Football League. Schaub played for just a minute for the Buffalo Bills. Mitrione played for the better part of 6 seasons with the Giants and Vikings. So they knew each other before The Ultimate Fighter, Joe. And not many people like Matt Mitrione on The Ultimate Fighter. Brendan Schaub was that guy. They used to call each other every other week. They stayed friends until Mitrione got the feeling that Brendan Schaub wanted this fight, that he picked Matt Mitrione. Now, Schaub denies that. Nonetheless, though, it has gotten ugly in social media, back and forth on TV. Now, all of a sudden, there's a big rivalry here.
Well, Brendan Schaub is at a size disadvantage, but at a speed advantage. He's very quick, and he will come into this fight with much better skills on the ground as well. If he can get Matt Mitrione onto his back, he is a legit brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and will possibly have an advantage in that department if it becomes some sort of a submission match. But that's a big if. Mitrione is a much larger fighter, and although Brendan Schaub has heavy hands, I would give a slight advantage in that department to Mitrione. I just believe he's a little bit more versatile.
Matt Mitrione once again trained with the Black Zillions in preparation for this fight. Brendan Schaub changed things up a bit. Did the bulk of his training in Los Angeles with Mark Munoz and Team Rain at the Rain Training Center.
Well, that could be that he's planning on using some wrestling in this fight, possibly taking Mitrione down. He has a victory over Mirko Krokop, which is probably the highlight of his career, which is by knockout, which is huge when you consider the skill set of Mirko Krokop. He's got a big right hand, and if Brendan Schaub can put that big right hand on anybody, including Matt Mitrione, he can stop them. It's a question of whether or not he can get past the footwork, the big right jab of Mitrione, and Mitrione throws some real hard leg kicks, especially to the inside.
All 3 career losses for Schaub have come by knockout or TKO. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight is brought to you by SafeAuto.com, keeping you legal for less. Visit for a free quote. Schaub is 30, Mitrione 5 years his elder, much bigger as Matt Mitrione, and he will have a 3.5-inch reach advantage. Once again with the introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a striker, holding a professional record, 6 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 260.5 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, by way of Indianapolis, Indiana, USA, Matt Mitrione. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record, 10 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 237 pounds. Fighting out of Venice Beach, California, by way of Denver, Colorado, USA, Brendan the Hybrid Schaub. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, our referee for this heavyweight showdown. The lovely Brittany Ariani, our entire crew here in Toronto for UFC 165.
All right, you ready, sir? You ready, sir? Let's go, fight.
Here we go. Matt Mitrione, the southpaw in the black trunks. And Brendan Schaub in the green trunks.
Matt Mitrione said, we ain't touching gloves. Brendan put his hands up. Matt said, nope.
They were jawing at the weigh-ins yesterday.
And Mitrione, as normal, takes a southpaw stance. Again, he likes to throw that hard right jab, that inside leg kick. And Brendan Schaub has a very nice straight right.
Mitrione has his mentor, former longtime training partner, Chris Lights Out Lytle, in his corner again tonight, as always.
Mitrione caught him with the right hand there, grazed him.
Mitrione feels he's the better athlete.
Schaub caught him with the right hand, grazed him.
This fight is one swing away from being over either way.
Schaub caught him with the left, but he was wide open for the counter, and it barely missed. Chin not tucked at all. Hands not up high.
Mitrione has heavy kicks, Joe, but will he use them? There you see he does.
Oh yeah, he likes that inside leg kick, and he's very good at pushing off.
Didn't know if he might hesitate because of the possibility of a takedown for Brendan Schaub.
You know, I was wondering whether Schaub would have a speed advantage because he's the lighter guy, but it doesn't appear that he does.
Mitrione's a great athlete.
He really is. I mean, really underrated athlete. For a guy that big, he can move. It's just that, you know, you're looking at a guy who's, as 35 years of age, is, you know, just a few years into his MMA career, and as you said, fought all of them inside the UFC.
And he's cut over his left eye. And it happened from the accidental headbutt.
Shot
There's
with a big right hand. And he cut Mitrione with that punch. Mitrione still walking forward, throwing some kicks now. Mitrione's talking to him too. Schaub looking for the takedown, can't get it.
Schaub has the third highest takedown average amongst heavyweights. And he really throws a lot towards the head. Mitrione has the third most knockdowns in heavyweight history. Love to get one here. Midway point around one.
Mitrione's been really tightening up his striking at the Blackzilian camp. There's a nice inside leg kick again and pushes off, avoids the takedown. He's training with Henry Hoost, top striking coach from Holland, who's the Blackzilian striking coach.
Able to block that overhand right there.
And you see that, you know, that Dutch style that all of those fighters from that Blackzilian camp are implementing.
Schaub trying to use movement. Mitrione trying to cut him off. Schaub pushes forward with a big combination.
Wild combination by Schaub.
Mitrione able to cover up
those shots. And there's the takedown attempt. He's got his hands clasped together. Boom! And he's got him down. Nicely done by Brendan Schaub.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt under Amal Easton. Mitrione was very vocal, saying, you want to fight on the ground, I'm good here. But we will find out now that Schaub has top position.
Trapping the head and arm. Trying to pass the guard here. Mitrione able to get out to the feet, though, but Brendan getting a hold of the neck. Looking for a choke here. He's got it.
Trying to finish it.
He's got it.
Can he lock it in?
That is tight.
He says he's okay.
Oh, he's not okay. He's going out. He's got a deep darce here, Mike. Deep. He's out.
Hit is all over.
Outstanding.
Brendan Schaub.
Outstanding job by Brendan Schaub. And that is what we said. That if this fight went to the ground, where Brendan Schaub would have an advantage is his submission ability. He's a brown belt under Amal Easton, who's one of the top jiu-jitsu instructors in the country.
And he puts Mitrione to sleep.
That was a beautiful job by Brendan Schaub. And Matt Mitrione can't even believe that he went to sleep. He just got up.
He gave the thumbs up, Joe, but as you said, it was really tight.
Oh, it was death. There was no way he was getting out of that. Brendan knows how to lock that up, and he did a beautiful job with that choke.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
Let's take a look at it here. Brendan in half guard after the swarm of punches and the big takedown. Look, he slides that arm under for the darce, goes under the chin, gets it on his forearm, and as Mitrione tries to take him down, Brendan locks it in tight. And then he kicks back his legs, puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the neck, sprawls out, did it absolutely beautifully. And he's out cold. Beautiful job by Brendan Schaub.
Big victory here tonight in Toronto for the hybrid as he wins by submission. Yeah, baby! For the first time in his professional career. Coming in, he had 8 wins by knockout, 2 by decision. He wins by submission tonight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Haters.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission, Brendan the Hybrid Shaw.
The Hybrid with the victory.
It's our job, man. It's our job.
I am here with a very happy Brendan Shaw. First of all, Brendan, congratulations. Spectacular submission. You swarmed on him with a barrage of punches. Man, you can't get that grin off your face. How happy are you right now?
This is the happiest I've ever been. I love you guys. I love Toronto. Tony Jeffries, Santa Monica. We work so hard. Henry Gracie, heat on. I see you at home, dog. I love you guys, man. Lauren Lando, Mark Munoz. Hey, coffee on me in Venice. Groundworks. I get submission of the night bonus. Coffee on me. Venice.
Let's take a look at the submission. You swarmed on him with punches, got the takedown, and then once you got here, you slipped that Darce right under the chin, locked it up. When you had it here, what were you thinking?
Man, I've caught a lot of top caliber jiu-jitsu guys in that move, so I'm very confident in it. I train so hard, man. I'm so happy right now. Hey,
congratulations.
Fighter in the Kid podcast on Fox Sports with Brian Callen. Joe Rogan's our next guest on Wednesday.
I'll do it.
Yeah!
Brendan Schaub, ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
A very excited Brendan Schaub, who chokes Matt Mitrione unconscious and earns a huge victory here tonight in this battle of heavyweights here at UFC 165. Congratulations to the Hybrid. Rudy Gay, Toronto Raptors forward, in attendance here tonight at Air Canada Centre, the home of the Raptors and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Up next, the interim bantamweight belt is on the line. The champion, Renan Barão, the challenger, Eddie Wineland, who has knockout power and loves to sprawl and brawl. But first, a look ahead at UFC 166.